Welcome back. Dog theft, of course, hit the headlines after Lady Gaga's were stolen and thankfully returned. But it does appear to be on the rise, following a surge in demand for dogs during lockdown. The Stolen and Missing Pets Alliance says it's seen a 170% increase in dogs being taken. Joining us now on the programme, Debbie Matthews, CEO of the Stolen and Missing Pets Alliance, and Melina Georgiou, who recently had her family dog, Nala, stolen. Guys, great to have you on the programme this morning. Debbie, I wonder if I can come to you first. Just try and put into some context for us how much of an issue this has been pre-pandemic and during pandemic. I do know, and I know from friends, that a lot of people have been relying on their dogs during lockdown, and that suggests that a lot of people have probably been looking for dogs during lockdown as well.
Dog theft has been on the rise since about 2014. We started the Stolen and Missing Pets Alliance, and we've been campaigning for pet theft reform. But over lockdown, we saw more people wanting to have puppies and dogs. So that put the demand on dogs, more dogs. The breeders wanted to replenish their stocks. So we're seeing more dogs being stolen. Last year, we saw kennels being broken into with 17 dogs taken, 14 dogs taken. It's been horrendous. But obviously for the individual owner, like for Nala's owner, it's just devastating. It's a life-changing event. It's something you don't get over.
Well, let's talk to Melina. And well, tell us, I've been looking at pictures of this gorgeous little Maltipoo all morning, and it must break your heart. So tell us about what happened to Nala.
So she was, that makes me emotional even looking at it. She was in a dog walker's van who we only use every couple of weeks just when we're all in meetings and we want her to go out and play with her friends, and she loves to just socialise with other dogs. So sometimes she just goes out for about an hour to go and have a walk. And as the dog walker was dropping off 4 dogs who had just gone for a walk, she dropped the first one off, literally just got out of her car, went to go and give the dog back to the owner, and someone jumped in the van and just sped off with Nala and 2 other dogs. And that night, the van was found that was stolen, and one of the dogs, a lurcher, was found in the van. And then Nala and another dog were gone. And then the next day, the other dog was found in Kent, which is very far away from where we are. And now Nala is the dog that's missing.
Melina, just tell us then a little bit. This happened, I think, just a bit more than a couple of weeks ago. I mean, cute little thing. We've seen the video, we've seen the pictures. Absolutely stunning wee doggy. I mean, how's it been for you not having a member of your family essentially for the past 2 weeks?
We eat, breathe, sleep this situation. I mean, like, I've had to take leave from work. It's like a full-time job just trying to get the word out there for Nala. It's been roller coasters of just up and down because we're getting so much support from people that I don't even know, thousands of people up and down the country, which makes you feel motivated that we're going to maybe hopefully find her. But then you get moments of grief that you're like grieving over this dog because you don't know where she is and who's got her and what she's going through, and you almost feel guilty, like she probably thinks that we gave her up or that we led her to do this. And it's just awful not knowing where she is and not knowing when she's going to come home. And I can't imagine what it's like for people that don't have support via social media or whatever it is, who just, their dog is their only companion. That must be absolutely torture, and it's awful. It's awful.
I suppose then, Debbie, the question becomes, what do we do about this? Particularly because of the fact, these dogs, if indeed they are being stolen to sell on, there is a demand for these dogs. The demand is coming from members of the public who are perhaps not being as diligent as they should be when it comes to how, where they source these animals.
Well, the crux of the problem is that dog theft is seen as an other theft. So there isn't a type of dog theft crime. It's theft of a piece of property, and you can see the emotion that is attached to these dogs. They're family members, they're irreplaceable, they're priceless, and that they're treated like a mobile phone in law is absolutely atrocious. So there's no deterrence in place for the dog thief. It's seen as a low risk, high reward crime. If they do get caught, they'll be fined £250. So it's worth them taking the risk. It's the law needs to change to protect pet owners and their dogs.
Debbie, though, ahead of any change to the law, and there may well, and one may well come if the government is listening, but ahead of any change to the law that you propose, what can owners do individually to best make sure that they're protected against this?
Well, the number one place the dogs are stolen from is still from their gardens or from their homes. So check your home security, check your gardens. Never, ever leave your dog unattended anywhere. So never outside a shop, in a car, alone in the garden. And if you walk, when you go out for a walk in spaces where you know there are other dog walkers. Keep your dog in sight and just be alert, be dog theft aware. You know, you can just simple things you can do to protect yourself and your dog.
Melina, it has been close to 2 decades since I last owned a dog, but he's still, Connor, massive, the daftest golden retriever you've ever seen in your life. He's still in my memory almost as a part of the family. So I wonder, here's an opportunity for you now. If by some chance the people who stole Nala are watching this right now, speak to them and tell them how you're feeling about the loss of your wee one.
Well, where do I even start? Firstly, we just want to say that if anybody has just bought a dog that looks even a little bit like Nala, that isn't quite a puppy, please just make sure that if you're buying a dog, you're going to the vet and making sure they're being scanned for their microchips, because it could be Nala, and that, you know, there's a reward. If you just give her back, there'll be no questions asked. You know, we can give her a reward. We just want her back. She is the apple of our eye. She is, you know, so much company for my auntie who lives alone, you know, a best friend for me. And it would just mean the world to get her back where she belongs, where she's happy. You know, she's just a baby. She's probably terrified, and we just want her back. That's all we want. To you, you see money, but to us, she is like our little baby. She's like our child, and I can't imagine what it's going to be like not having her from now on. You know, I pictured having her even when I have my first kid. So it's like we just want her back, because we're not complete without her, and we're not going to give up until she's found. So just give her back to make it easier.
Look, we're crossing all of our fingers and toes in the hope that Nala gets back sometime soon. Melina Georgiou, Debbie Matthews, thank you both for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.